Hello and welcome to a short presentation video about my Uher 4400 report monitor reel-to-reel tape recorder. This tape recorder was built by Uher. Uher is a German company. They were founded in about 1952, I think, and they mostly build portable tape recorders like this. For radio applications, radio reporter applications or so. The Uher recorders are really high quality build, I can say. These are metal, not just plastic or so. So they are really good build and really solid build. The important specs of this thing is it can take up to 5-inch reels, which is for its size. It's clear that 5-inch reels are the maximum size, and the maximum speed is 7.5 inches per second. It cannot do the 15 inches per second like the Nagra recorders can do, but for the real size 7.5 inches per second is enough for reportage use and so. Okay. Now let's take a short tour through this recorder. Let's begin here. So this is the speed selector. You can select between 4 different speeds. These are not inches per second, these are centimeters per second. It starts by 19 centimeters per second, which is 7.5 inches per second. Then you can go down to 9.5 centimeters per second, then we have 4.7 centimeters per second, and a really slow speed to 2.4 centimeters per second. You have also this null here between the speed selector positions. This is the off position. So with this switch you're switching the whole recorder on and off also. So now it's off because it is on the null position. This switch is really useful. With this switch you can select between which recordings, which tracks you want to record. By the way, this is a 4-track recorder, so it has 2 times 2 tracks. You can record the tape in one direction with 2 tracks, and then you can swap the tape and turn it around, and then you also can record again 2 tracks like a normal cassette recorder. And if you want to record just mono, then you can use the tape 4 times, because you record 1 track, then the second track, then you swap the tape, then the next, and then the next track. So with this selector you can switch between stereo, which is this position here. In stereo you're recording 2 tracks to the tape. Then we have the other 2 positions here, which says M2 and M1, which stands for mono. And if I switch, for example, to mono 2, then I only, or to mono 1, then I only recording on track number 1, and I'm not erasing track number 2, which is really important. So I can record on track 1 without erasing track 2, and so with this I can use the tape 4 times for mono recording. For example, if I'm using just one microphone for recording, this can come quite useful. This recorder is also available in a stereo 2-track version only, which is the Uher report monitor 4200. You can see these step switches here. The first one is for light, which is switching on the light on the VU meters of the recorder. But there's a special thing by this. I'm switching it on, and if I'm switching on the lights with 1 click, then the light is switched on. You can see it here, and sometimes it is switching off again. So wait 1 moment, and now it's off. If I'm clicking this switch 2 times, like so, the light is never getting off, so it is now on permanently. The button left from the light is for checking the batteries. If I'm pressing it, this VU meter is acting as a battery meter, and as you can see here in the green area it is presenting me my battery level. Okay, next to the battery check switch there is the tape counter. It is a normal tape counter. You can resetting it by pressing the button. Then here we have the switch which is for before and after tape. So now I am in source, so this is before and this is after tape. So this recorder is a 3-head recorder. It has an erase head and record head and a playback head. So you can play your recorded music or whatever back while you are recording it. So for example, if I am in record mode and then I switch to tape, I can listen to my recorded music while it is recording. This is quite useful if I want to check if the recording is working perfectly and everything is recorded right. Then here I have these controls for the record level. I have one master control which is controlling both the left and the right channel, and I have here two separate ones which are controlling the left and the right separate. Okay, here I have my volume control for the loudspeaker. It has an internal loudspeaker and here I can control the volume of the internal loudspeaker. Here I have a tune control for the internal loudspeaker. If I'm pulling it, then the internal loudspeaker is switched off. Here I have a headphone output and you have two microphone inputs. So now we are looking to the right side of the recorder. Here we have some connectors. The first connector, it's called the Radial phono connector, is a normal DIN audio input which allows you to connect a normal DIN plug like this, and on this you can feed in a line signal. On this you can connect your power supply. And here we have a monitor plug. On this plug you can also connect a DIN audio amplifier. And here we have also a headphone jack. Now I'm showing you the power supply. This is the original Uher power supply. Here it has a line voltage switch on it. You can switch between 220 volts and 115 volts. And you can plug this power supply directly into the recorder, so you need no external cable connection between it. Just open this screw up with a normal coin or so. Then you can put the bottom cover away. And here we can see the batteries. It uses normal D-type batteries. And if I want to use the power supply, I just pull the batteries out and plug the power supply in like so. Okay, now I'm showing you a bit of the electronics inside of the recorder. It is really easy to open it up. Unscrew this one here. And then you can fold out the main board. So this is really good build. Here we have the main board. It is completely working, by the way, in this. So now you can do adjustments or whatever you want on this recorder in this state. The main board has also some modules plugged in like so. So I can simply unplug these modules. Here I have one of that modules. And now we look a bit to the mechanic part of this recorder. Here we have the big flywheel. Here you can see the speed selector wheel. It is directly driven over this belt from the motor. And I'm switching it on. Now you can see it is turning, or maybe you can see that it is turning. And if I'm changing the speed, then I'm moving it back and forth. So the slower I want to have the speed, the smaller this wheel is getting. And so I'm getting the slowest speed on this flywheel. If I'm putting it into play now, then you can see here it gets the slowest speed. And now if I change the speed, it gets faster and faster and faster. Down here we have the motor. The motor has two wheels. This wheel for the playback or for the capstan, and this here is for fast forwarding and rewind. And the thing on this recorder, when I've got it, the motor was broken, and this was a really bad fail, because on this side, I think on this side, it has some connectors which is telling the recorder how fast the motor is spinning, and this circuitry is then for readjusting the speed. So this is a kind of servo controlled motor, and these connections of this servo, of this tachometer generator or whatever, was broken. So I had to open up the whole motor and to repair this connection. And also a wire of the motor winding was also broken. So I also had to fix this thing, and then I have put the motor back together, and now it works. This was absolutely not easy. So now we are looking to the top of the recorder. Here I have my two tape reels. This thing is a little tension control thing which is controlling me the tape tension. By the way, this cover here is completely made of plastic. On the a bit older ones of these, they are framed in a metal frame, and in this metal frame there is the plastics. Here I have my three heads shielded with this head cover here, and here we have our internal loudspeaker. If you want to clean the heads of this recorder, simply open up this thing here, so, and then remove it, and now you have access to the heads. By the way, also a really important thing is if the pulse function. The pulse function is the only switch which is, if you are pressing it, it starts into this position, and it doesn't get out of this position if you're pressing any other buttons. If you want to come out of the pulse, then you have to take this knob and put it up like so. And now I'm doing a short test record on this recorder. I have no microphone which is fitting into this recorder on these microphone connectors. So I have connected the microphone to my computer, and I have connected the line out of my computer to this DIN connector. And now I can take this microphone and speak over it through the computer, through the recorder. The problem is now I have not the maximum possible sound quality because of the computer in between, but this should be no problem. So now I've switched it on. Now I am at 7.5 inches per second in stereo mode, and if I press the record button and if I go to source, then you can see my voice now on the first channel. Now I'm in stereo mode, so it is also recording on both tracks now. It is now recording on the first and on the second track. If I just want that it's recording on the first track, I'm switching it into mono 1 mode, and now I'm recording just on the first track. I'm putting the tape counter to 0, and now it is running. Now a test record on the first track, and I can say test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now let's stop this recording. Okay. Now I go to the second track and rewind it. Okay, and now I am recording on the second track. So now I'm doing a test record on the second track on this recorder. I can say 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Okay, that's it for the test recording. And now I'm playing back the first track. Okay, it is a bit on the first track, and I can say test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and now I go back, and now I'm playing both tracks back at the same time. I'm going into stereo mode. So now I'm doing a test record, and now it is running. Second track, now a test recorder on the first track. I can say 6, 7, 8, 9, 2, 10, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now let's stop this recording. So now you have heard two tracks at the same time. So that's it for my presentation video about this Uher 4400 port monitor tape recorder. I really like this recorder, and I can say thanks for watching.